Hello, sir.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm okay.
All
So,
right.
do you mind introducing yourself to the
My name is
camera?
Dr. Ifeanyi Harris, and I'm live with Everything is Important.
Oh, Mr. Harris,
Yes,
thank you for being a part of our interview
my
today.
pleasure.
It's
My
a great
pleasure.
honor to have you
My pleasure.
live.
My pleasure.
And I believe you do know what we are like doing here today.
Yes, I have an idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, for those that knows nothing about this, thank you for joining. And if you're just joining the channel for the very first time, I want you to stick around because we're about to have an interesting topic with an amazing person. And I hope you stay around to enjoy and listen to everything he has to say.
Right.
So, sir, here is your first question.
Okay.
Let's get right into it.
All right.
You can count on us for everything you need because everything we talk about is important.
So, the question goes this way. What does success mean to you personally?
Personally, success means a lot of things, but categorically, when you look at success, success is actually prospering in your endeavor. The consequence of success sometimes would be that you would have money. The consequence sometimes of success is that you would have fame. Sometimes the consequence would be that we have influence. But the fundamental aspect or the fundamental concept around success is that you prosper and then that you do excellent in any endeavor of your choice. And then you are able to experience a level of expansion on account of how excellent what you are doing is and how much impact you've been able to make. So success deals with being prosperous in what you do, excellence in what you do, and above everything, impact. I think impact is one of the aspects of success that is really key and important when you consider success as a concept.
That is a very good view.
Yes,
And thank you for that. But
my pleasure.
can you throw more light on people who think success is all about hard work? Like, I know it might be about hard work, but there are different areas to it. For example, someone who thinks that um, being able to provide for family, or I know maybe that is the end goal, but there should be another thing that is attached to it. Can you like throw more light on that aspect? Like,
Okay, I think that success is all encompassing. The idea generally around success is that as an individual, you are successful, you make impact. You don't impact on trees, you impact on people. That means that generally the idea of success is that it affects you first because you try to affect other people positively. All right. So it goes both ways. You first do what you need to do to make a positive impact in your community, the society, and the globe, and then it comes back to you. In terms of coming back to you, the idea generally is that once you have made impact, you get feedback from people who appreciate what you have done, and sometimes it comes with influence, it comes with money, it comes with fame, and it comes with all that. People also have to understand that success is not just about making money. It's also not just about being excellent. It's also not just about hard work. There are very, very plenty aspects, but we'll just talk about two of them. The first is that you must have a very good character. You must be a person of integrity. You must be a person of patience. You must be a person that is comfortable with perseverance. You must be a person that is willing to forgive. You must be a person that is loving. You must be a person that have a heart to see other people succeed. Because success is not only about just having people that you affect positively, it's also about raising other people that would continue from where you stop. So success is legacy too. And then when you consider these concepts, you now begin to understand that being hardworking is good. But a hardworking person that does not have a good character is going to be a very terrible example to the society. Also, you see that having a good character is good. But if part of that character is not wrapped and built around hard work, that also becomes a very serious problem for you. So the important thing to understand here is that success has to be an all-encompassing concept. And your idea of success should mean that you're successful in the way you think, you're successful in the way you impact and you make impact on the society. You're also successful in terms of your character and behavior and other things that you do. So if you put success in a box and just put it and make it to be all about money, it makes things very difficult and complicated. The idea generally is that when you consider success, it should be something that is not just one-sided. It should be all-encompassing. And I think that's one of the things that people actually miss out in our time because some of them consider it to be about money. Some consider it to be just about hard work. Some others consider it to be just about character. No, I think it's a collection of all of them. All of them. And then you see that your life generally becomes good because when people look at your hard work, they want to come close to you to see how you behave. When they see your behavior is good, they want to look at the impact that you have made. When they see the impact you have made, they want to see the people that you have brought up and the people you are training to actually continue in light of what you're doing. So I think that's what it's really about. And it's really important that we actually have this in our minds as we progress and as we make impact in the society and the world.
Thank you very much for that
My
insight.
pleasure. My pleasure.
That is a very nice point.
My pleasure.
And I want you guys to pay attention. Listen, he's not just a man talking, he's a man with experience. So, guys, moving on to the next question. This is a very important one, and it's one of those questions that people want to have an insight of. How do you handle self-doubt?
The concept of self-doubt is not peculiar to an upcoming person. It's also not peculiar to a person that is up there. The idea is that every time you get to the peak of your career, you actually discover that that is not the end. There's always going to be a place that is above where you are. And often than not, you get to that point where you doubt if you can do it, where you doubt if you can really make it. And sometimes this is where the importance of faith comes in. All right, you have to have something that you believe, Sometimes when you see the end of yourself, you not have to switch on that aspect of yourself to believe that you can do this thing and to believe that you are called to do this thing. I believe strongly that self-doubt is not only cured by you speaking to yourself, can also be cured by you interacting with like minds, people who understand what you're trying to do and see what you're trying to do and are comfortable with it and are in love with the idea of what you're trying to do. Because when you have this kind of engagement and this kind of discussions with people, it does much more than just inspire you and motivate you. It can also do something about that doubt. And I think that it is important that we understand that everybody has it. Everybody has it. The proportion might be different, but everybody has self-doubt. And if you have people with like minds, people of like minds around you who encourage you, and then you have your idea of faith, connecting yourself to your belief system, that can be a source of encouragement, because what faith does is that it gives you the apparatus to encourage yourself, to motivate yourself. So you become self-motivated. Now, interacting with people of like minds does one of the greatest things you can imagine. Because when you have people like that, you see that that interaction and that discussion makes what you are afraid of to be small. And it kind of enlarges you and makes you a little bigger than what you are afraid of. And then it's easier for you to just move along. So for those that have self-doubt and are thinking, okay, how do I do this? I don't think I'm equal. Just know that you are built equal. You are built able. You were designed to be 10 times better than you are. And if you are not comfortable taking risk, you are not comfortable trying to push yourself, you might as well not do anything. A fish might not really understand how powerful it is until you put it in the water. If you put it in small water or in a lake, a shark might not actually swim much. But if the shark is comfortable to try out the ocean, the shark will discover that in it was built to swim in some unique environments. So I think we can all swim, we can do better. And until we try to take risk and we try to push ourselves, we might never see. So self-doubt will come when this is about to happen and when you are doing this. And every time that self-doubt comes, talk to some of those bright minds around you that you trust, that believe in what you're doing, and also cling to your faith. And I believe that you'll be good. You do good. And I don't think it should be difficult. But don't be deceived to think that you are the only person having that. Every one of us, we have that problem. And I think it's something we are all trying to get by and to work around.
Thank you one more time for
Yes.
that impact.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Sir,
Yes.
for those that actually want to maybe tap into whatever you listen to,
Yeah.
please, can you give them more like a words of affirmation to something that cling them to self-doubt?
Okay. I can say this to you, that you are bigger than you think you are. You probably are just in the wrong environment. You are greater than you think you are. You probably have not considered greatness as a concept, because when you consider greatness, you discover that everything great started small. And if you decide not to take yourself seriously, nobody would take you seriously. So I think that educate yourself, connect yourself to the world of information that we live in. Listen to people like Jordan Peterson. If you have an opportunity that gives you insight around the idea of humanism and what we are all about. And I think connect yourself to systems that provide positive information around you. And for the negative information you get, don't be too quick to just throw them away. Sometimes you have to listen in. You have to just ponder over them. And then I think that you'll be better. But the truth of the matter is that nobody is designed to be small. We are just designed to be great in our individual or particularistic forms. And if we are able to tap into that individualistic aspect and work with people around us as the universe provides, I believe that we'll be okay. So I trust and believe that you are strong, you are better. And not only should you just believe in it, but every time that your belief come up, look for what to do to make sure that you are practicalizing these things that you believe. Because belief is actually a personal information until action meets it. Once you believe that you can do something, you have to act in line with that belief. And when you act in line with that belief, people actually see what you are, the stuff you're made of. And then that in itself improves you and makes you better. So that's what I have to say about that. So you have to just allow action meet words and allow your belief system meet something that you have designed or something you would like to do. And I think once we see what you are doing, we might tap into it. You never know. Somebody really would need what you are doing out there.
Thank you one more time for
Yeah.
that. And guys, I believe you've actually take something out of what has been said. And again, sir,
Yes.
again, it
Yes.
was very impactful.
Yes.
And moving on to another interesting question.
Yes.
So this question actually is out of the scope of
Okay.
a lot of things, but
Okay.
the young people want to know. What's more important in friendship, loyalty or honesty?
The truth of the matter is that it's difficult to get a person that is genuinely loyal that wouldn't be honest. It's very difficult. But I can say this, that loyalty is built. You don't meet loyalty immediately when you meet a friend, but you can meet honesty. So if you meet a person for the first time, you most likely will be met with honesty. All right. And the person would have to know you, build something with you before loyalty can be achieved. People are not loyal in a vacuum. You either force them to be loyal to you by giving them money and motivating that loyalty, or you build the loyalty as the friendship progresses. And then you give them reasons to believe that you can be trusted and they can be loyal to you. However, the idea generally is that to begin that concept of friendship and to build it in itself, you need to have honesty first. So if you meet a friend that is not honest, there are high chances that the friend will not be loyal to you. So honesty is something that is built independently. So you meet honest people because they are honest. And as time goes on, you now build a friendship with them, and the demand of that friendship will require loyalty. And then you see, and you probably affirm, because the universe and situations and events will always provide opportunities for them to prove their loyalty to you. And when those opportunities are provided, you see how they act and how they fare and how they actually perform in terms and in line with the opportunities provided to prove their loyalty. However, loyalty is not the first thing you meet. It's what you meet as you progress. But honesty is one of the first things you meet. Because one of the first things you do when you meet a person is discussion, communication. And as you communicate, opportunities will be created for you to verify what has been said and what you said. And if those opportunities are provided and you tried verifying and the person lied, you are meeting an honest person. It's better to say, I do not want to say, or it's better to say, I'm not sure I'm comfortable speaking about this, than lying. So if the person is not honest to you and the opportunities to verify comes and you discover that what you were told about that person or what the person told you about themselves, their family and all that, weren't honest, you have a big problem in your hands. Sometimes you have to confront it to see and to know the reason why that is the case. And sometimes when you try confronting it and the person is also not honest about that, that also brings another problem. So you keep seeing that the beginning of friendship would always put honesty to the test. And then once that dishonesty keeps, repeating itself, you should watch it out. You should watch out, because a person that is not honest would definitely not be loyal. All right. So honesty is the first thing you meet. Loyalty is built. All right. And then loyalty is multidimensional. There are different types of loyalty as it connects to the friendship that is in context, or that is being discussed, or that is in play. So I say this, that for starters, honesty is the first thing you look out for. And as time goes on, loyalty becomes the next thing that you are gifted with, on account of true friendship that is built and has been sustained through time because honesty was achieved. So that's what I think about that.
Again, that's important.
All right.
You guys, I believe you guys have taken in a lot of things that have been said.
Yes.
And again, one more time, these things are important, but there is this question that is being asked.
Okay.
As a young boy growing up, knowing nothing about life, what should the young boy go for? Is it trust or honesty?
Okay, the truth of the matter is that if you're growing up, there are certain lies that your parents will tell you that are called white lies. They are not necessarily lies, but they're called white lies because they are lies that are designed to shield you from certain information you shouldn't have as a kid. So one of the things you have to understand is that trust. Growing up as a young person, there are certain people you have to trust. And the first people to trust is your parents. They'll become the precursor by which you measure someone else you can trust outside. Your mom, your dad, your siblings. Those are some of the first persons you would have to meet, that you would have to build around trust. But this is what I think. I think that when you take relationships as a young person growing up away from family, you have a lot to deal with. If the relationship is in your family, then trust is what you deal with. If the relationship is outside your family, honesty is what you deal with. So when we are dealing with these relationships, we have to understand what it is first. So I say this, that if you have a relationship in your family, trust is the precursor, the background that allows you to measure and to build it. If you have a relationship as a young person growing up outside your family, please look out for honesty. So both of them are important depending on the context. In your family, trust is the background. Trust is the background. You relate with your parents because you trust them. You relate with your sibling because you trust them. Sometimes they might not be completely honest, but because there is a bond of trust that is created by virtue of the fact that you grew up there, that makes life easier for you. And when you go out there, honesty is what you look out for.
One more time, sir.
Yep.
Thank you very much for your insight.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
That was powerful.
Pleasure.
And I hope that each and every one of you viewing can actually comment below how impactful he was in your life. Without no further delay, thank you again for being a part of this and staying till the end of this interview. Once again, Mr. Harris, give a shout out to him and follow him in all social media, wherever you can see him. I will put a tag on his name here so you can search. He's actually not just an amazing person, but he's a go-getter. So guys, thank you one more time for sticking to the end of this video. And I hope you like what you hear. And I hope you can stick around with us for different episodes and watch different professors talk. Thank you one more time, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, sir. You've made it to the end of the video. What's your take on this? Leave a comment below and subscribe.